Hey everybody, how you doing? I am walking at the park at Memorial Park and it is simply beautiful and I am really enjoying my walk, getting in my steps and everything. And I just want you to know, I know sometimes we think that we have to actually be inside the house or in a car or whatever, but I want you to understand this one thing. When it comes down to worship, you can worship God anywhere. I have been worshiping God as I walk. I've been listening to my gospel music, my inspirational music, and it is truly a blessing. If God give you an avenue to actually worship Him, then you need to take that opportunity and do what God instructed you to do. I am over 9,000 steps already, and I feel great. And while I'm walking, I'm telling you guys, you have to worship. I'm out here with what God created. He created a lot, the trees, and it is a blessing because you are actually worshiping in the presence of God's creation. So I'm asking you guys, I am pleading with you guys to actually go outside. Go outside. The longer you sit, inside, lay inside, depression comes, anxiety comes, health issues come. But when you go outside and allow God to just give you His air, the wind is blowing beautifully. And we don't understand the importance of going outside. If you need vitamin D, outside is the place that you need to be. If you need vitamin C, anything that you need, trust me, God has already created it. Already created it. We just need to learn how to actually serve God. Everybody thinks serving God is just being in a church building. And half of you all are not even serving God in the church building because you are too busy watching your watch to see when the service is going to end. When the anointing of God is there, no one is up serving God. So it is imperative for you to worship everywhere. There have been times that the worship came when I was in the grocery store. So you have to understand, worship is important. Worship has nothing to do with being inside of a building. You can have worship while you're planting flowers in your yard. You can be worshiping. You can have worship even when you are just sitting outside. There is no particular place or particular area. He did not tell us to just sit in one place. He did not. He gave us the power, the anointing. He gave us everything we need. And outside is the place that He created. And He created it for us. So we have to learn how to actually worship God in places that normally you won't worship in. God just wants your yes any way He can get it. And if you're not comfortable with giving your yes any place, then check yourself. Check yourself. Because you should not be embarrassed if you serve God or worship God in public. whether it's outside, inside, at the park, anywhere. So I'm encouraging you all today, please worship God. Stop waiting to go to church. Because when you go to church, you're not receiving nothing anyway. You're sitting down doing nothing. So I'm encouraging you all today to please learn how to worship God. In your home, there should be worship. There should be so much worship. So stop depending on you wanting to just go to a building. You can walk your neighborhood and worship God. You can walk your neighborhood and worship God. You can walk at a park and worship God. You can work in your backyard and worship God, even in your front yard and worship God. God did not put us in a section for just serving outside. So I'm encouraging you guys, go worship, go worship. Stop depending on a location. You may not have that location all the time, but wherever you can find a place to worship God, worship Him. It is imperative for your next level to worship God, to stop worrying about where my next is coming from. Get up, get out of the house, go and serve God. Worship Him. Sometimes we got to put the phone down. Sometimes we have to turn the television off. God just wants you to worship Him. You're asking God to do all of these miracles and blessings and give me this and give me that, and Lord, I need this, and Lord, I need that. But not one time are you serving God. Not one time did you give Him a praise. I'm not talking about no quick oats, minute oats praise. I mean a praise where you go deep into God's, deep into God. So I'm admonishing you all on this day. Stop waiting for Sunday. Stop waiting for Bible teaching. Worship God when you wake up. Worship God all during the day. Worship God. Without God, you would not be nothing. You wouldn't even be here. So I'm admonishing you. If you say you love God, prove it. Prove it to God that you love Him. Obey His word. He said, pray without ceasing. We'll pray, and when He give us that little thing that we wanted, and then we stop. And then another problem comes about. God wants your continuous worship. Not because you need something, but because you love Him. So I'm admonishing you guys. Worship God in spirit and in truth. Stop going to God and just asking Him for stuff. If you're going to ask Him for a closer relationship with Him. Ask Him to give you what you need for your ministry. Ask Him to guide you, to lead you. But stop every time you turn around, you need. God is the one who gives. Go to God. If you're in need, go to God. And I guarantee you, He will send the right person. But you gotta do it. You got to serve God for real. Serve Him for real and watch what He does on your behalf. It's not about you. It's all about God. Be blessed. I love you.